Before I share another chess lesson, I think I should introduce myself. Some of you have probably wondered, who is King Aerthorne? Is he a real king? A grandmaster? Some historical figure I'm named after? The answer is none of those. And the real story is better. Here's the honest version. I didn't grow up with chess. I found it inside a language app. I was using Duolingo to study Spanish and Chinese, and one day they released a chess course. I'd always wanted to learn, so I added it. 3 courses: Spanish, Chinese, and chess. And here's who was taking those courses. A man with 2 jobs. I work in a hospital. I'm a blood banker. I test blood and make sure it's safe before it ever reaches a patient. So when I sat down to study chess, I was studying with a tired brain. A tired brain that forgets rules. It forgets coordinates. It forgets lists. But if there's one thing my brain has little trouble keeping, it's pictures. I've always been a visual learner. I remember images and stories better than words. One frustrated day, after losing again and again at chess, I decided to try something ridiculous. I put my king up front, and I started winning. Now, the honest part. It worked because I was playing beginners. As my opponents got better, I couldn't get away with it anymore. And that question, when can a king stand in the open, and when does it cost you everything, is the question this whole channel exists to answer. In public, with every game logged. King Aerthorne is the main character in a story I'm building. A king from a world a lot like ours. He's not a perfect king. He's remembered for courage, not perfection. He believes a leader's place is with his people, on the field, not behind the walls. He carries scars, and in his kingdom, the scars aren't marks of defeat. They're proof of the lessons that made him. You'll notice the patch. There's a story behind it, a good one. I've started telling it, chapter by chapter, in the kingdom's free newsletter, The Lone King Dispatch. What matters today is what he stands for. The idea that mistakes, faced honestly, become wisdom. Which, if you've seen my ledger, you know is not just his story. Now, why would a chess channel have a fictional king? Because of how memory actually works. The Lone King method isn't about turning chess into fantasy. It's about using stories your brain wants to keep, to carry principles your brain would otherwise drop. The horse that jumps the fence in front of him and lands beside it. That's a real knight move, taught as a picture. The alphabet I say before every move. That's real blunder prevention, taught as a habit. Every lesson I share has 2 purposes. One helps you play better chess. The other helps you remember it. The king is how the remembering happens. And because this channel runs on honesty, I test all of it in public. Every rated game I play goes into a ledger anyone can read. The wins, the losses, and my biggest mistake in every single game. When I blunder, it's logged. When I get checkmated in 11 moves, and friends, I have been, it's logged. No conclusions until 100 games. The method has to earn its claims the same way I have to earn my rating. One honest game at a time. So that's who King Aerthorne is. And this is who I am. Still a beginner. Still learning. Not pretending to be a grandmaster. Documenting the climb while it's actually happening. Building a method that makes chess easier to remember, and telling the story of a king along the way. If you'd rather hear from someone that walks the road than someone who forgot what the road feels like, I'd love to have you with me. The ledger's open. The dispatch is free. The story's just beginning. Castle later, rain now.